And a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring the KRIM Community Spotlight Program. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the studio. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Wednesday morning. And we're going to be talking more about the Payson Book Festival this morning on our Community Spotlight Program. And with us this morning, joining us on the telephone, is author Tam Chronin. Good morning, Tam.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great.
That is good. And I know you're down in Phoenix.
Yes.
It is warming up a little bit down there, isn't it?
Yes, that's why I've got the AC cranked up.
I know. It's even getting a little warm up here in Payson, so I could imagine it's getting really warm down there. So you're probably looking forward to coming up to Payson then for the book festival?
Oh, absolutely. My husband and I travel up there once in a while just to get out of the heat.
Gotcha. Now, have you been to the book festival before?
I have. I went up in 2019 as a customer because my husband works up in Payson on occasion, and he saw the sign at the side of the road. He's like, oh, we have to go do this. You're an author, go do it. And I signed up for 2020, and of course that didn't happen. But as soon as everything started up again, I've been there since.
That's really good. I'm glad that you're able to come up, and it's great. The book festival, and this year, I guess it's an author and artist festival, because there'll be local artists as well with their artwork at the festival this year.
I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody's done, really.
Mm-hmm. So, and it's great that you and other authors from all over the state really travel to Payson, come to Payson for this book festival. Are there authors, or do you do other book festivals? I guess.
I do.
Okay.
I've done mostly local conventions down here at Phoenix, but I also travel down to Tucson for the Tucson Festival of Books.
Mm-hmm. And now the book festival I want to mention is July 15th at the Mazatzal Hotel Casino, and doors open at 9 a.m. and it goes until 2:30 p.m. So if you haven't been out to the festival, you really need to come out. It's a great festival, a lot of wonderful authors, and like Tam, and many more. And it's a great chance to meet the authors and talk to the authors. So when you go to other book festivals, is it, I guess each one is probably a little different?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a completely different vibe in each area, and I noticed that different books of mine will sell better in different venues.
Gotcha. Now what type of books do you write?
The main series I'm working on right now is a high fantasy series. I also have a urban fantasy and a book of poetry that was basically a promise to my 16-year-old self.
Oh, wow. Is that something that you enjoyed doing, writing poetry when you were younger?
Yes, it was a way to cope with a family history of abuse and to become a better person, get all of this out of my system, and it was my lifeline.
Gotcha. Is that also what got you into writing?
Absolutely. I just playing with words and making them pretty. Goodness, it really. Sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, that's an emotional subject because I wanted to be a musician,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad encouraged me to write poetry because when you're writing music, poetry goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I went from poetry to going, oh hey, I have stage fright. Why don't I just play with words in long form? And I switched to prose.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And so you wanted to be a musician, though, when you were younger?
Yes, I was in choir all through school. Every year there was a choir available. I was there. I was part of the church choir when I was little, and it. When I went, let's see, when I started high school, I went to the magnet program for music, and I just didn't fit in. I got too nervous. I got too. The stage fright just got in my way.
So then, how long after that did you find or discover writing?
I started writing short stories actually in, let's see, 6th grade. And my teacher would every year, or every week, have a short story competition. And once in a while I would look in the prizes that she had in the drawer and say, I want that. But I didn't think about taking it seriously until I was like, oh, I can't do music the way I wanted to. Why don't I just switch gears?
Yeah, that's, so, the, both, I guess, music, writing, art, artwork, is a form of expressing yourself, also therapeutic as well. So it sounds like that writing has been very therapeutic for you in your life.
Oh, absolutely. The writing has gotten me through so many things.
So how many books have you authored?
Well, I've got 7 published, and I've got several sitting on my laptop right now, just waiting for me to catch up.
Wow. And are you a self-published author?
Yes, I am.
And how was that experience with your first book, getting it published?
Terrifying. I jumped into the deep end. I really did. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, okay, I've been writing this book for 10 years, and I have to do something with it. I had submitted it to agents, and nothing came of it. They're just like, this is good, but this is not what we're looking for. It's not what we want. And okay, I had just quit, I had just started a job that was emotionally damaging, so I couldn't go through any more of the rejection slips. And I decided to just hire my own cover artist and go for it.
Wow. So that is jumping right into the deep end. Wow. And did you find that after that first book and learning how to publish your own book, was the second book and books after that easier?
Oh, absolutely. As soon as I knew what I was doing, I'm like, I can keep doing this. This is fun. This is exciting. It really is terrifying because it's like I'm putting a piece of my soul out there in the world to look at and judge. That's intimidating. That's never going to not be intimidating. But it does get easier the more practice you have at it.
So at the book festivals, do you encounter a lot of aspiring authors that will ask you questions about your experience, how you got started, self-publishing, and so on?
A few, yes. Not as many as some of my friends do who are more outgoing. I do tend to be shy, reserved.
Even though you are shy and maybe not as outgoing as some of your fellow authors, the ones you see at the various book festivals, it sounds like you have a good time and really enjoy going to the book festivals, though?
Absolutely. I've made some great friends over the years. Meeting not just people who read the books, but people with other authors, it's energizing and exciting, and I come away from every festival going, oh, this is why I write.
Yeah, it really seems like a tight-knit group and family, all the authors that probably, you see each other at different festivals or different events for authors. So it does seem like it is a close-knit community.
Oh, absolutely. There's one author who's going to be here, Dito Abbott, and he's this amazing guy. I met him last year at his very first event because we were next to each other in Phoenix Fan Fusion. And every single event we've been to since then, he's like, oh, Tam, it's good to see you again. There's just that connection of, we started together.
Yes. Yeah, and I remember interviewing Dito, I believe last year for the Payson Book Festival. It was either last year or the year before for the Payson Book Festival because he was up here. So,
yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, really good. Again, if you're just tuning in or you're watching us on our KRIM FM Facebook page, we're talking with Tam Chronin, author from Phoenix, who will be at our Payson Book Festival. But this year, a little twist on the book festival. It's Payson author. I want to say Arthur. It's not Arthur. Author and Artist Festival. So not only will there be amazing authors at the festival that you can check out the books that they have written, talk to them, get them to sign a book that you purchase or books that you purchase, but there'll also be local Rim Country artists from the group Rim Country Artists out at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino as well. And again, the festival is July 15th at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino from 9 to 2:30 p.m. And there's also a fantastic kids zone. And on Monday, we had Madeline in from the Gila County Library, and she's going to be one of the volunteers from Gila County and Payson Libraries out in the kids zone and doing a lot of fun activities with the children that attend. So it is a great event. It's the 8th annual. So if you haven't been out to the book festival, you really need to come out this year. We haven't really talked yet about your books and what type of books you have written and kind of what they are about.
Well, the high fantasy series that I wrote starts with the story of a boy who was born with the powers of a goddess, and the other wizards in the world are hunting him down. The series then goes back 300 years in book 2 to how the wizards stole the powers from the gods in the first place. The series goes back and forth through time, like what the odd numbers are memoirs, the even numbers are history books.
Okay, wow. And now, how many books are in this series? How many have you written?
There are currently 4. I'm working on the 5th and 6th right now, and I plan on only having 6. There's also a companion novella with short stories that I'll be selling.
Now, and I think you have a website that people can go to see these books, to learn more about you, and also to buy the books.
Yes, it's tamchronin.com, and I also have short stories available for free for people who are on the fence whether they're going to enjoy my writing style or not.
And what I'm going to do is I'm putting the link on our KRIM Facebook page right now on this live video, a link to your website, because I'm looking at that right now, and it has the different books, Elemental, Still Waters and Other Tales, The Arcane War,
Yes.
Abomination, Graves of the Gods, and Everyone Dies Alone.
There's one missing. I haven't updated. Oh no, Graves of the Gods is the latest one.
That is the latest one?
I've been working on the next book so hard, I thought it was out already.
Gotcha. No, and
Yeah, Everyone Dies Alone is that's the urban fantasy. It's a modern day, basically ghost story. The main character is a necromancer, and I make it out to be this glamorous job that she inherits from her uncle. She, from the back of the book, now my uncle's dead, and all of this is mine. His house, his car, his magic, his undead clients, and the demon in his attic.
Wow. Yeah, that's, I don't know if that's a good inheritance or, or how that works. Yeah.
It's a whole lot of trouble, but it makes for a great story.
Wow. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you think, oh, thanks. Thanks for leaving this to me. Wow. No, that's funny. So, that's your, these are your latest then, the two Grave of the Gods and Everyone Dies Alone?
Actually, Still Waters and Graves of the Gods are my two latest.
Okay. And now are those, you're going to have those at the book festival this year?
Absolutely. I have copies of all of my books.
Oh, nice. Very, very nice. So, let me see. You'll be at the festival again. It's July 15th. And it's at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. And I want to give that website as well. It is paysonbookfestival.org. And on that website, you can read about all the authors that will be there. So it talks a little bit about the authors, shows their books. A schedule of events is on there, and talks a little bit about the Kid Zone and what to expect in the Kid Zone. And also, if you're an author and you're listening or watching and you would like to be part of next year's Payson Book Festival, or again, if it's a author and artist festival like it is this year, there's a registration form and information about the book festival and how you can be a part of that. Let's see, so yeah, all that information is on paysonbookfestival.org. So, what is your favorite thing about the book festivals, Tam, and going to book festivals?
Oh, just meeting all the people, both the other authors and the people who come to my table.
Yeah, it's and there are quite a few. I guess, you know, like you said earlier in the interview, each of the book festivals is a little different. They have a different vibe or different feel to them. But I know at the Payson Book Festival, there are usually a decent amount of people that come out to the event.
Absolutely. I'm stunned every year how many people are showing up.
Yeah, they are doing a great job. The group and the people in Payson that are involved in the book festival, coordinating it, putting it on. They've done a great job building up the program, the festival, and it's great, just the variety of artists. And is it like that? I guess, are there some book festivals that have certain themes, and then others like the Payson Book Festival where it's just artists from children's books to romance novels and so on?
Absolutely. There are some, let's see, there's up in Tempe, they have a library con that's mostly catered toward media fans and anime fans. And those are really fun to go to. Those are the ones where I tend to sell mostly high fantasy and the urban fantasy, but others, surprisingly, I sold quite a bit of poetry down in Tucson Festival of the Arts. Or, goodness, no, Tucson Festival of Book. My goodness.
Yeah, down in Tucson, huh?
Yeah.
No, that's
Oh my gosh.
that's good. Now, I know, and this is what I was looking for. It's the Rim Country chapter of Arizona Professional Writers that puts on the event. And now, I guess there's a group, Arizona Professional Writers, and are you a member of that group?
I am not. I tend to stick to myself, honestly.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it is the Rim Country chapter of Arizona Professional Writers that organizes the event, puts it on. So a big thank you to them for doing that and all the work that goes into event. And it's a lot of work for the authors like yourself, Tam, and all the authors that come to the event to bring all your books out, everything else that you bring out for your booth, and to be set up for the day, and then pack it up and take it home. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. There was a lot more to it than I ever dreamed possible. From picking out banners and designing bookmarks to just the sheer work of setting out the books. When I move, of course, I realize how heavy books are, but the rest of the time, you don't think about it. You're holding one book going, oh yeah, this is nothing. Then you pick up a box of 10, 20 books, and you're like, oh, why do I do this?
Well, and then when you have 6 books, and you have to bring so many copies of each book, that does get heavy.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. Thankfully, I have my husband to help me set up and do the heavy lifting. But we do tend to keep everything in smaller totes so that I can just take more trips, and that way I can do things without him if I need to.
Yeah, you learn that carts and anything with wheels are your friend when you're moving around heavy items and boxes.
Oh yeah. For some outdoor events, we've got a canopy, and we made sure that had wheels on it.
Oh yeah, no, it all helps out, that's for sure. Well, again, the Payson Book Festival, or this year, it is the Author and Artist Festival. It's July 15th, that's Saturday, July 15th, from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino in the ballroom. And do want to mention that it is a family-friendly event. There will be a kids zone there with activities for children, mainly focused on writing and other book-related activities. And a big thank you to the Gila County Library and Payson Public Library for putting that together, and the volunteers from both libraries that will be out there. And then there'll also be artists from the Rim Country Artists Organization, and they'll be set up in the fireside room, which is the back room. If you go through the ballroom and walk to the back, then you go into the fireside room, and that's where the artists will be set up. So again, looking forward to seeing you out there, Tam, and I think it'll be another great event this year.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, thank you again for coming on this morning, calling in, and doing the interview this morning. And also thank you for coming up to the festival.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you again, everyone, for listening and watching this morning. Time to get back to the music with some Doors, Joe Walsh, and the Rolling Stones. Community radio station. All right, microphones are off. Okay, that is it. There you go. And let me turn off the live stream. See you later, guys.